Hello Africa, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great, mama. Sweet, sweet Africa, I say how you day, oh. I hope you're feeling great, mama. I never see you Africa, but I feel you Africa. My vein is full of your blood. My heart is full of your love. You're my number one, the one I'm crazy for.
Hey, greetings. I am Harry Agena with the Afroscope project, bringing you our series on Afrocultural Titbits. In the last edition, we featured the Ashanti tribe of Ghana, and that's in West Africa. This time we are going down south to the tip of the African continent, this southmost tip of the African continent, and that's of course none other but South Africa. And in South Africa we are coming your way with the dominant tribe in the country. That's the Zulu tribe of South Africa. And the Zulu tribe is found in for a start, let's say that there are 9 provinces in South Africa. And Zulu tribe is in the KwaZulu-Natal province, which is the second most populous province in South Africa. Yes sir, yes ma'am. And that's what we're bringing to you this day. And we are going to start, of course, with the general introduction of the entire region of South Africa itself, the entire country of South Africa itself. And here we go. South Africa has about 65 million people, comprising about 82% black people, about 7.2% white, 8.5% are colored people, and about 2.6% made up of Indians and Asians. As the name says, South Africa is at the very southern tip of the continent of Africa. It is bordered by 6 countries, namely Namibia to the northwest, Botswana to the north, Zimbabwe to the northeast, Mozambique to the east and northeast, Eswatini, formerly called Swaziland, is to the east, and Lesotho to the east and southeast.
Sweet, sweet Africa, I say how you day, oh. I hope you're feeling great, mama. I never see you.
As I said earlier, the Zulu tribe is the dominant tribe in South Africa. They are dominant in numbers, and Zulu language is the most spoken language in South Africa, the entire South Africa, with estimated population of 11 to 14 million people. The Zulu tribe is about 22 to 28% of South Africa's black population. The Zulu tribe and kingdom are predominantly located in the KwaZulu-Natal province in the southeastern region of South Africa. KwaZulu-Natal province is the second most populous among the 9 provinces that make up South Africa. The other 8 provinces are Eastern Cape Province, Northern Cape Province, Northwest Province, Western Cape Province, the Free State Province, Gauteng Province, Limpopo Province, and Mpumalanga Province.
Beautiful continent, beautiful people.
Now, let's get to the formation, or the beginning, or the foundation of the Zulu Kingdom. And of course, the factor called Shaka Zulu. The name Shaka Zulu is synonymous with the Zulu Kingdom because he was the founder of Zulu Kingdom, which happened in the early 19th century when he united various tribes in KwaZulu-Natal province to build the Zulu Kingdom. Shaka Zulu was born around 1787 and he became the Zulu King in 1818 at about age 31. He was a fearless warrior who made the Zulu Kingdom a formidable military state.
Africa gets everything. Make we know the jackpot. Everything jackpot for inside Africa.
And now, having talked about the ingenuity, the leadership, or the might of Shaka Zulu as a warrior, it's imperative that I give you a little bit of how he did it, how he became such a hero, the ingenuity, how he created the force that shook South Africa. The most successful of Shaka Zulu's military strategies was what he called buffalo horns formation. It comprises three components that outflanked, encircled, and annihilated the enemy. First was the chest, or isifuba in Zulu language. That's the central unit that engaged the enemy army head-on and pinned them down in battle. And then there were the horns, otherwise called Izim Pikabadala in Zulu language. They were two units that flanked the enemy from both sides to disrupt their lines and encircle them. The third component was the lions, or Isinsula in Zulu language. That's a reserve unit held behind the chest, which provided support and reinforcement as needed, and they were to pursue and finish enemies who were fleeing from the battle. So, with the buffalo horns tactical formation, Shaka's armies were able to surprise, surround, and annihilate his enemies. With his successful strategic leadership, Shaka conquered his foes near and far, local and foreign, including the early European colonizers of South Africa. No wonder the Zulu Kingdom played a very significant role in South African history from the time of South African conflicts with early European colonizers.
Mama Africa, I sing for you.
The exact date of the birth of Shaka Zulu is a little bit uncertain, but it was sometime in 1787. However, his exact date of death, the day he died, is certain, and that was September 24, 1828. Shaka's half-brothers, Dingane and Milangana, conspired and assassinated him. They stabbed him to death, reportedly because they got worried about his increasingly erratic behavior following the death of his mother, Nandi, in 1827. Following Shaka's assassination, the head assassin, Dingane, took over as the king of the Zulu nation. To secure his position, he eliminated all potential rivals, including Mlangana, who had worked with him to assassinate Shaka. Dingane's reign from 1828 to 1840 was marked by conflicts with European settlers, particularly the Boer trekkers. The Zulu initially won battles using guerrilla warfare tactics, but the Voortrekkers eventually defeated them in the Battle of Blood River in 1834. As they say, what goes around comes around. So, just like Dingane had assassinated Shaka Zulu in 1828 to become king, he got assassinated in 1840. Then, another half-brother of Shaka Zulu, Mpande, succeeded Dingane in 1840 and ruled until 1872. Mpande's reign saw relative stability, but the Zulu Kingdom's power began to wane, and so it was that with successive kings after Mpande up to the present day, the Zulu Kingdom became a shadow of what it used to be during the days of Shaka Zulu. However, Zulu Kingdom, the Zulu tribe, and the Zulu culture remain relevant and dominant in the present-day South Africa. The Zulu people continue to play an important role in South African culture and society, maintaining their traditional ways of life, while also embracing modernity. Mr. Zulu Kakwe Lithini is the current king of Zulu Kingdom. He was born on September 23, 1974. Okay, that's all I can give you now about the foundation or the formation of the Zulu Kingdom. Now, let's talk about some key elements, some key cultural traditions, some key cultural customs of the Zulu people. And just like all the tribes of Africa, Zulu tribe has rich African cultural heritage. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. For a start, Zulu culture emphasizes respect for community, elders, and traditions. They also have a strong spiritual tradition with a belief in ancestral spirits, or Amadlozi in Zulu language. And just like all Africans, Zulu heritage includes traditional music, dance, and artwork. They are known for their vibrant beadwork and headgears.
African of proud warriors in ancestral savannas. African of great warriors.
Basket weaving.
Everything will be there. Human resources be there.
And wood carving.
God bless Africa, 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 Africa. Rita Horace see you.
Cultural festivals and ceremonies are integral part of the African culture. Now, suffice to say that the Zulu tribe, one of the most abundantly endowed with cultural traditions and cultural ceremonies and festivals. I will only take one example of a prominent annual ceremony called the Reed Dance. It is a celebration of the coming of age or maturity of young maidens in Zulu Kingdom. The ceremony has traditional roots in Zulu culture, but its modern version was established in 1984, or was it 1991, as conflicting information says. The Reed Dance, otherwise called Umkosi Womblanga, is part of the ceremony, during which the older women of the land teach the maidens how to act as grown women. This includes lectures on sexually transmitted diseases and such like. The king, and in contemporary times, government dignitaries and international feminist activists also deliver relevant speeches. Only virgins can participate in this ceremony, mind you. The thousands of maidens are bare-breasted and clad in their traditional beadwork, anklets, bracelets, necklaces, and colorful sashes. They show how proud they are of their culture and virginity. Yeah, I know, if you are not Zulu, you probably wonder about the wisdom behind teaching sexual discipline amidst thousands of half-naked women, right? Your answer is in cultural discipline, my dear. I would guarantee you, especially in the good old days, that it's not a problem at all. Everybody in the society, men and women, were disciplined to behave perfectly well. And if you failed, you faced grave disciplinary consequences. The highlight of the event is the reed-giving ceremony. It is led by Zulu princesses. The young maidens collect a reed each and in procession present them to their king as a symbol of respect and loyalty. At this point, Zulu men also participate with singing and mock fighting. Mind you, tests are actually conducted to ascertain the virginity that each maiden claims. Besides, it is said that the reed breaks if a maiden who is not virgin picks it up. The reed dance was introduced to the Zulu culture in the 19th century during the reign of King Shaka of the Zulu Kingdom. The traditions and cultural customs of the Zulu people, the Zulu tribe, can hardly be exhausted in just one little production, this one edition. So, I am inviting you to a second part of this presentation, and this time around we will be addressing just traditional marriage in Zulu Kingdom, so that we can showcase some of the specialties, some of the peculiar ways that the Zulu people get married between two families, one of the wife and one of the husband.
Sweet, sweet Africa, I say how you day, oh, I hope you're feeling great, mama.
Are people with no means of living would not stay alive, would they? Of course not. So, let's give you some occupations of the Zulu people. Traditionally, the Zulu people were cattle herders. With time, they expanded to general animal husbandry, including sheep, pigs, and poultry. They are also great farmers. Before 1700, millet and sorghum were their major crops because they had the capacity to withstand drought and infertile soil conditions. But during the 18th century, maize was introduced into the region by the Portuguese. So, maize began to coexist with millet and sorghum. In fact, maize became more prominent in some areas of the region. Horticulture is also common in KwaZulu-Natal, with subtropical fruits such as pineapple, bananas, cashew nuts, potatoes, and vegetables. Today, many Zulu people engage in various occupations besides agriculture, including business and education.
Make we come together and build Africa. Hey, Mama Africa, I sing for you.
As I conclude this edition, part 1 of Afrocultural Titbits, one Zulu tribe in South Africa, I repeat want to repeat my earlier invitation to the second part, where we will be featuring specifically traditional marriage in Zulu Kingdom among the Zulu people, where two families are joined together between a wife and a husband. And just in case you didn't know, I'm telling you now, African marriage is basically between the two families, not just the two individuals. It is deeper than what you have in the West, for instance, where, two guys can just get together, a guy and a lady can just get together and get married, and maybe even long before their parents get to know about it. It's not so in Africa, and more not so in South Africa, and even more not so in the Zulu land of South Africa. The families, the two families of the husband and the wife are heavily involved. And in fact, typical of the African traditional marriages or African marriages, the parents have very much to say in whether it will happen or not. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, it's not just like the Western ways where any two people can get married anytime, anyhow, anywhere, and maybe afterwards they now inform the parents, no, sir, no, ma'am, you carry the parents along, or they may disagree with the marriage. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. They may say that marriage will happen, and modernity and modernization is kind of changing things now, a little bit now. But in the past, who are you, or who were you to dare to disobey your parents when they say this is who you will marry and this is who you can't marry? Who the heck are you? Or who were you to say no to it? No, they had a strong say in who you get married to, especially so for women. But anyway, like I said, this is where I let you go for now. And until the next edition on the traditional marriage in Zulu land in South Africa, this is Harry again saying bye for now, and thanks for watching.